Hi everyone, my name is Nico and I have 25 years of experience in global sales and business development, and my passion is sales. And here's a question. Have you ever worked really hard on your sales, done all the calls, sent all the messages, right? And still at the end of the day, you felt like you are pushing a rock uphill? Well, today we are going to fix that. I'm going to show you three mistakes that are quietly killing your sales. And more importantly, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix them so you can start closing more deals without the stress and guesswork. So by the end of this live, I hope that you will have some practical steps that you can use today to get better results and hopefully with less effort. So here we go. We are going to talk about the three mistakes that are most often a short story and take you back 20 years ago. I joined Danfoss, a global engineering company, convinced that because we had a great, amazing product and a strong brand, I would basically sell it very easily. Well, I didn't. I went into meetings after meetings and sitting across from directors and decision makers, and I did the most what I've been taught to, what the salespeople are doing. I talked about features, technical specs, capabilities, things as an engineer loved the most about my product. And you know what happened? Well, they listened very politely and nothing moved forward. I was losing deals not because the product was bad, but because I was making it about the wrong thing. Over time, I learned something very critical. I learned that you don't sell to companies, you sell to people. And guess what? People are not buying features. They are buying outcomes, they are buying transformations and peace of mind. And that shift changed everything for me. And today I'm going to share it with you the three mistakes that are the most common mistakes. And we are going to talk about how selling to everyone will kill your sales, how the features selling, instead of selling the transformation, the value of the product for the customer, and how not having the right closing system will guide all the customers to nothing. You lose the contract, you lose the momentum, and then you lose the sale. So here we go. Mistake number one is selling to everyone. Targeted message when you speak makes a fully different. If you have a targeted message that you speak to some of your audience instead of talking to everyone, then your message will be more clear and will speak to the person you are attending. The problem is that your marketing tries to speak to everyone, so nobody feels like you are talking directly to them. Without a clear ideal client, your message becomes generic and nobody feels included. So let's do a quick exercise. Think about who is your ideal customer. I will give you a short example. Women age 30 to 45 with young kids who want simple tools to organize their time. Suggestion, if you don't have a clear ICP, ideal customer profile, then start with your best clients so far. Think about what industries are they in, what roles, what clear problem you can solve for them, and write down, and this is your starting point for the ICP. Your ICP is so strong because when you have a crystal clear message and you speak to a perfect person, that one specific person with one specific problem that you can solve for them, then it becomes clear what is your value that you are providing. Mistake number 2 is feature over transformation. As I said before, it is very important to sell the outcome, the benefit, the transformation that the person will have. In sales, value means the benefits or advantages a product or a service offers your customers in exchange for the price they are paying. Customers can perceive the value differently based on their needs, based on their values, on their preferences or expectations. By offering value, you increase customer satisfaction, you increase his loyalty and the chances of getting recurrent revenue or referrals. Value is a key element of the sales process that can make the difference between a won and a lost sale. And that is why, for example, when you work in business to business and you have 5 to 8 stakeholders minimum, you need to adapt your messages and the value that the customer is perceiving from you. So, for example, if you are talking to, let's say, technical manager, then you need to talk more about the value and the advantages that he will get when using our product. When you are talking to the logistics, then you need to talk about how fast the delivery will be, what is the advantage of working with a good brand, and loyalty of the customers. One example here. One day, a man walked into an electronics store to buy a TV. He found 2 TVs that was with the same size and quality, but one of them was $100 more than the others. The salesperson explained that the most expensive TV had some features additionally to the other one. For example, if the customer needed to have streams or internet inside of the TV, then it would be useful for him to buy the most expensive version. It has superior sound quality. If that was a feature or a benefit that a customer will evaluate, then it would make sense for him to spend more. Although the man was initially targeting to choose the cheaper version, the salesperson showed him how these extra features would give him more value, as they would allow him to enjoy more pleasant and flexible viewing experience. In the end, the man chose the product that was a bit more expensive. And that is why it's always good to have at least 2 or 3 offers, the standard one, the premium one, and the VIP one. But that we will talk in a different live. How to turn features into benefits? Well, we need to identify one feature, what your product or service is. Then define the transformation, what it does for your customer. So let's say you are giving one-to-one coaching sessions. The transformation is that you get tailored answers to your exact situation, meaning that your business is the one that we will work on, and we will be able to target the specific answers and not generic ones. So every time, choose a feature and then think, what is the value that that feature can give to my customer? The third mistake is no clear closing system. You have great conversations, people are interested, they say, let me think about it, and then nothing happens. What is really happening? Well, you are not guiding the discussion. You are not telling him which is the next step that he needs to say. The reality is that you don't guide the conversation, you don't guide the decision, so someone else can come and do it for you. Examples of closing questions. Would you like to start on Monday or on Tuesday? I will show you here. I have a small example for you. So if you want to move forward, it's not a good way to ask, right? You cannot say, hey, do you want to move forward? Instead, you can do on a scale from 1 to 10, from everything that you heard so far, how close are you to make a decision? If he would say, well, it's about 7, then you would need to identify, okay, What would it make to get to a 10? And then you will hear other objections. He needs more clarity, he needs more references, maybe he wants to see a pilot working, a demonstration of how the product will get the benefits that he is looking for and how his pain points will be solved. So there are a few questions, as I said. Would you like to start on Monday or a Tuesday? Like that, you are giving him two options. Does everything sound good so far? Can we move forward and establish a date for next week where we can meet and get your team up to speed with the solution that we discussed? So these are the mainly closing techniques. Of course, there are others, but these are the mains that will help you close the deal. So when you do the presentation of the product, you can already anticipate some of the objections the customer will have. And if you have done a very good job in discovery calls, meaning that you were able to identify the exact problems he has, the pain points, and your solution can solve those problems, the presentation, the value proposition would be very easy to do. So then the objections that you will get at the end will be very few. So I hope that enjoyed these three mistakes. These are the most often made, and let's repeat them. So selling to everyone, you need to find your ideal customer and talk directly to his pain points and to his problems. Then you need to sell transformation, to sell outcomes instead of selling features. Clients buy only when they see value in your product. And you need to have a very clear closing system. Leaving deals to chance is never a good strategy. So once you fix the three things, then you can start selling and feeling. You can build the system. And this is one of the things that we are going to start to do in my Sales Accelerator program. So if you want to improve your system that you are working today, then you can join my Sales Accelerator program. This is an 8 weeks program where I give you the complete system from lead to close. We will talk every step of the sales process, and we will give you the template and the processes on how you can implement it on your own business. And this is workshops. It's not theory, it's just exercises, real discussions based on your business. And we will have live feedback every week. We are going to have 2 sessions when we will practice, we will do the role plays and everything. And then we will have the Q&A after you went and started implementing the process, and then whatever problems or questions you come from the field, then we discuss them and prepare the next materials and the next step for your business. If you want to join, then just go to my LinkedIn profile. You will find more about the waitlist for this program. And when we will launch live the program, which is very soon, then you can join the next group. Thank you for watching, and thank you very much. I hope that you had a good lunch together with me today, and see you to my next live. Bye.